Good evening. Coming up tonight, hear about Columbia City Council's newest decision to update their mask mandate.
The University of South Carolina continues their COVID-19 updates. Stay tuned to see the status of the campus.
And finally, see why the university's football team didn't have a good time in good old Rocky Top. All that and more tonight on SGTV Nightly News. Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse studio, this is SGTV Nightly News. Good evening, Carolina. Filling in for Justin Walsh, I'm meteorologist Finn Carlin.
And I'm Marissa Jure. Thanks for joining us tonight. The citywide mask mandate is extended for another 60 days.
Columbia City Council voted unanimously last Tuesday to extend the citywide mandate, requiring face masks in all buildings open to the public.
This does align with the current university policy, with masks to be worn indoors.
And the COVID-19 dashboard was updated last Tuesday on October 5th, and it shows that the campus alert level remains at new normal.
Columbia campus staff, faculty, and students' vaccination rate is approximately 66.8%.
With a brief pause in testing due to fall break, testing continues for the assigned groups this week. And you know, Marissa, it's going to be important, especially during flu season, that we make sure to get tested. And you know, there's both a flu vaccine and a COVID vaccine available. So if you're interested, they're both, you know, readily available to you.
Oh, absolutely. And going along with the groups being tested this week, I was actually part of that group, so I got my test this morning. It's negative, so
oh yeah,
all good.
Awesome. Very happy that you're negative.
Oh yes. And you know, Finn, it was supposed to be sunny today in Columbia, but it ended up being cloudy. So what is up with the weather in Columbia?
I know, Marissa, I've got to tell you, I too was a little bit disappointed in the weather today, because just this morning we were told that it was supposed to be a pretty sunny day, but the sun was a little bit shy and the clouds stayed with us, and they're still with us right now in Columbia, South Carolina. It's currently 73 degrees outside. It feels like 72, so just a little bit colder. We have a northeast wind at 3 miles per hour. The humidity is significantly lower than it was here on last Monday. It was up in the mid 80s. Now it's dropped down to 71. Because that rain is kind of up and left us, which is a good sign. It's cloudy right now. Local time is about 7:08-ish p.m. and sunset was just a little over 10 minutes ago at around 6:54 p.m. And hey, I'm going to be telling you whether these clouds are here to stay over the course of this week. And you know, we're going to hear the painful takeaways from the Rocky Top, along with the deep dive into Carolina swim from sports anchor Braden Malloy right after this. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Braden Malloy here with your Carolina sports update. And with all this rain we've been getting this past week, I'm talking to Finn about that one. I thought we'd start in the water with the Gamecock swimming and diving team, who got their first win under head coach Jeff Poppel last week against Gardner-Webb. It was pure domination. Out of 32 events in this dual meet, the Gamecocks won 32 of them. That's like all of them. Every single one of them. Like, how many wins did Carolina swim get? All of them. All the wins. But to get all those wins, you need a full team effort. And the Gamecocks had 7 swimmers win 2 or more events. Junior Janie Smith, coming off her record-setting in SEC championship sophomore season, picked up 4 wins, 2 individual and 2 on a relay team. Even freshmen were making noise in their debut. Michael Latarbowski and Greta Pelzik picked up wins in their lanes, while Sophie Verzile, I'm struggling with names, I'm sorry, archived NCAA qualifying scores in her 1 and 3 meter dives. Sophie, a freshman and sister to our amazing SGTV tech director Maddie, continued making a splash, or lack thereof, as she claimed a bronze medal in the 1 meter springboard at the Junior Pan American Championships in Tucson, Arizona yesterday. Verzile, Pompel, and the rest of the Gamecocks now prepare to travel to Athens on October 23rd to face the Georgia Bulldogs. The meet will begin at 11 a.m. in the Gabrielson Natatorium. Hey, I thought we were cutting this story. I did not want to talk. Oh, we're running this? All right. Well, the Gamecocks played a football game Saturday. Well, at least they tried. They traveled to Knoxville, but probably should have taken the exit to Nashville, as their Rocky Top became a Rocky Flop, and Tennessee dominated every aspect of the game from the opening snap. The Vols QB Hendon Hooker, making just his second start of the season, played like a Heisman hopeful, throwing for 3 touchdowns and running for a 4th, all in the first quarter. Tennessee would tack on 10 more points and carry a 38-7 lead into halftime. Their defense commanded the game just as much on the other side of the ball, holding Luke Doty to only 19 of 31 passing with 167 yards and holding the underwhelming Gamecock running game to under 200 yards again, forcing Beamer and the offense to look to fake punts to score touchdowns. Now, that wasn't the only trickery Satterfield was drawing up. Early first quarter, when the score was only 14-0, Satterfield chose to have a receiver, Jalen Brooks, throw a pass from the 5-yard line, and that was picked off in the end zone. And that's been part of the problem this year for the team. First-year coaches maybe trying to do too much or get too fancy and end up causing big-time mistakes in big-time SEC games. Now, it's not all coaching. The players have to step up too. They were recruited to a D1 SEC school for their talent and abilities, and right now, neither are being put on display. This Saturday, everyone will look to try and figure it out at home against Vanderbilt, a team that's even more down bad than the Gamecocks. You can catch it at 4 p.m. on the SEC Network. That's all I have for you from Carolina Sports, but this week on entertainment, they're dipping into a way you can connect with football fans from your favorite teams. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lauren Waters.
And I'm Alexa Daly, here with tonight's news in local entertainment.
Are you ready for some Monday Night Football but looking for someone to cheer on your team with?
Well, there might just be a local fan club for your favorite team. Watch party groups stay connected on Facebook and rally to watch their teams almost every week.
And don't worry, these watch parties are not strict to local teams. Cowboy fans connect with the Capital City Cowboys fan club. 49ers fans meet up with the Columbia, South Carolina Niners Empire.
No matter the team, there's probably a fan club right here in Cola that meets at local bars and restaurants to cheer them on. And I know I need to find the nearest Eagles fan club so I can get there on Sundays.
And for my roommate, she would have to find the Steelers because she is a huge Steelers fan. It's almost crazy. Do you love salsa, the food, or the dance? Well, tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m., UofSC Homecoming is putting on a fun-filled event full of salsa dancing and salsa tasting.
You can learn how to salsa dance with world-renowned instructors and taste salsas from all over Columbia.
The event takes place in the Russell House Ballroom, and don't forget your Carolina card.
Well, I know I'm really into salsa on my chips, but I've never tried salsa dancing.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a good dancer. I have no coordination, so we would just have to see where that would go.
Yeah, me either. Continuing with homecoming, have you ever wanted to travel the world but couldn't quite do it? UofSC Homecoming is bringing an around-the-world experience right here to the university during homecoming week.
On Tuesday, October 12th, you can sample foods from all different countries, including Italy and Greece.
Come out to Davis Field tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and give your taste buds a tour of the world.
I love different foods. I've been to several different countries, and there's not a food that I don't like.
I can agree with that. I've never met a food I didn't like either.
Spurs and Struts is back and ready to take over the world. This campus-wide event is the ultimate dance competition. Student organizations dance their heart out to take first place.
Watch the event in person on Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Columbia Convention Center. Make sure to bring your Carolina card since the event is only for students.
If you prefer to dance along from home, there will be a live stream. Check UofSC Homecoming social media for more details. Watch your most loved organization dance their heart out as they travel around the world. I would love to see our organization try to do something like that.
I think we might just have to put a little dance together just for fun anyways.
Exactly.
That's all we have for your entertainment news tonight. Coming up after the break, meteorologist Finn Carlin has your weekly weather forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to SGTV Nightly News. I'm meteorologist Finn Carlin here with your weather headlines right now, and all of us want to know, where was that sun? Earlier this morning, I swear to you, I saw that it was supposed to be sunny today. Weather.gov forecasted it, which is, one of the better places to get your weather news. But it was cloudy today, so the sun was kind of shy. And, later into this week, especially starting tomorrow and into Thursday, it's going to feel like a second summer in South Carolina, even though it's only October, especially in Columbia, where it seems like we're having second, third, fourth, and fifth summers. And tomorrow morning, it's going to be a little bit of a foggy start, even though the fog will clear, or at least it's supposed to clear. Like we saw, it was supposed to be sunny today, but hey, we'll see what happens. And it's all going to accumulate to a sunny and hot game day here on Saturday. Let's go ahead and get a look at the high temperature trend this week. Average high this week is 85, but these temperatures are pretty all over the place. Today, we had 77 high, and tomorrow it's going to jump up to 82. On Wednesday, for a few more degrees at 86. And then Thursday, 88. Friday, 89, where it peaks. And Saturday, it's going to be hot at 88 degrees. We have a 4 p.m. game, so please make sure to stay hydrated and stay safe on your game day as the highs, well, stay pretty high at the end of this week. And tomorrow in South Carolina, it's going to be a little bit cooler than later this week. It's going to be 82 here in Columbia, South Carolina, and in the Midlands, going to be in the low 80s. 81 in Sumter, 81 in Florence, 80 in Rock Hill. Up in the upstate, cooling it down a little bit, but not that much. 79 in Greenville and in Greenwood. Aiken moving back down. Aiken stays around 81. 83 in Orangeburg, which is about the peak for the state. And along the coast, it's a little bit cooler, but we're mainly remaining at the low 80s here. 82 in Hilton Head, 81 in Charleston, and 77 in Myrtle Beach. Now, this week, as I said, it's gonna be pretty sunny, fortunately. So the rain that came to us this past week is supposed to clear for the rest of this week, providing for a pretty beautiful week, even though later into the week, it's gonna be pretty hot. Tomorrow morning before 11 a.m., it's gonna be a pretty foggy start to the morning. Fog's supposed to clear, gonna have a high of 82. On Wednesday, it's supposed to be a pretty beautiful day. 86 high though, so it's gonna get a lot hotter. Thursday, some clouds, but mostly sunny at around 88. Friday and Saturday are gonna be hot. 89 and 88 highs are gonna be sunny all day, but on Sunday, it's really gonna start to feel like fall, and hopefully that will continue because I'm kind of ready for fall weather. I'm ready for my sweatshirts, and that will all start on Sunday, even though it's still gonna be 78, which isn't exactly cold, but for Columbia, South Carolina, especially what we've seen over the past few weeks, it's definitely going to be a little bit cooler. But notice that the lows are staying in the mid to low 60s as we've seen over the past few weeks. And even though our highs are kind of feeling like summer, our lows have been pretty consistent and will remain consistent. On Sunday, those temperatures are going to drop. Now, that's all I have for you right now, but be sure to stay tuned for this week's edition, or tonight's edition rather, of Carolina Canines. It'll be a great one. Marissa and I will have it for you. Stay tuned. And finally tonight's edition of Carolina Canines was sent in to us by Kelly Flattery. The two pups are Tyler and Tucker. Tyler is an 18-year-old Corgi Westie mix, and Tucker is a 6-year-old Westie. The two love cuddles, hanging out with some family, and swimming in the pond. Now, Marissa, even though we just got back from fall break, I gotta tell you, today's been a little bit stressful, and I would want nothing more than a nice cuddle with at least my dog, but a dog. That would be perfect right now.
Absolutely. I saw my dog over fall break. I'm sure you saw yours as well. I miss mine so much already, and I just want to go home. I just want to go right back home and see him.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
And fortunately, I think my parents are supposed to bring, and I'm watching y'all, I think they're supposed to bring my dog, his name's Toby, up here on Saturday for game day. And if they don't, I'm gonna have a word with them. I won't be that mad, I think, but I'm gonna have a word with them for sure.
That is the best. I hope he comes. I want to see him.
Me too. I'll invite you if he's supposed to come. Well, no, you should come regardless. You should come regardless. But Toby's a plus. Toby's a plus.
So that's all we have for tonight's edition of SGTV Nightly News.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to visit us online at sgtv.com. For SGTV Nightly News, I'm Marissa Duray.
And for Justin Walsh, I'm Finn Carlin. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, forever to be.